just give us a sense of what today's ruling that we got from the ICC has in terms of implications for the cases that Kenya has pending before the ICC.
Yeah, before I come to what it means to Kenya, I would like to comment on what it means to President Joseph Kabila, because President Joseph Kabila will now have to hand over Bosco Ntaganda, whom he's protecting after helping him capture Laurent Nkunda.
Right.
But as you look at the charges that are facing Thomas Lubanga,
yeah,
forceful conscription of small children below 15 is actually a lesser charges compared to what Kenyans are facing.
Yeah. Because
Kenyans are facing rape, forceful displacement of population, and murder.
Yeah, but on the ground, what's your sense, Fred? On the ground, what's your sense from talking to people on the ground about the implications for this kind of judgments? Because as we reported in the news, what you have is that the ICC is very active in Africa, and I'm sure an easy reason would be to say because we are weak militarily and therefore we are easy targets if we refuse to hand over these guys. And yet in other parts of the world, you have these guys roaming free.
I didn't get your question correctly. Are you saying that the question of Africa versus ICC?
Yes, absolutely. The fact that we are seeing Africa targeted, if you like, by the ICC, whereas in other parts of the world, atrocities are essentially, people are essentially getting away with it.
Basically, I would not comment on other countries as such, but as if you know, the ICC was basically a political court using a judicial system in that it was supposed to rein in on rogue government, and it so happened that most of those rogue governments come from Africa. So in as far as we have not gone for other people, have seen Yugoslavia, but there are very few compared to Africa.
Right. What about when you take these issues into Kenya? We've got cases pending before the ICC of Kenyans who have been accused of some of these crimes. What's your sense in terms of what it might mean for Kenya for someone to be locked up at The Hague?
That they should be locked up, that's what I said?
My question is, what's your sense in Kenya if it happens that those Kenyans who have been accused of atrocities during the violence in the previous election are now locked up at The Hague? What's your sense? Will people accept this as natural justice, or is there a sense that perhaps what we're seeing here is selective justice?
I don't see the Kenyans being locked up unless they really go against the conditions that were given. One of the conditions is they should not be seen to be inciting in a manner that should actually bring another ethnic strife in the country. They're actually aware of the consequences, and I don't think they might be locked in. But if they are locked in, then the general election might be very, very violent.